Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. We're on a brand new stream here for Division 4. My name is Adam Zawada and I will be your commentator for the whole day today and tomorrow if my voice holds up. Head ref Byron van Staden is looking at me impatiently as if it's my fault, but we are ready to go with Division 4. Your first teams being Sin versus Team Hooligan and Vixen versus Bravo Company. Sin will be playing left to right and Team Hooligan right to left.
10 seconds.
Sin coming out very slowly, not very aggressive, not losing anyone off the break. Team Hooligan as well, no one lost off the break just yet. There they lose someone. They do have a player currently at the top in the middle 50. Sin playing someone at Snake 2 and Snake 1 respectively. Also that Dorito side rocket. Team Hooligan loses a second and a third at the back of the bunkers. There is definitely a gun advantage to Sin at the moment. Team Hooligan holding that towel thrown in. Sin takes the first one.
30 seconds.
Sin takes the first one, and they did that literally in 34 seconds. That is
20 seconds.
That is the fastest point we have seen so far in 2 days of paintball. Next is Vixens versus Bravo Company. Vixens left to right.
10 seconds.
Vixen, an all-female team, coming out aggressive off the break, as does a Bravo Company. Vixens put 2 up against the 50 wall. Bravo Company, big exchange there, player for player. Very much happening. Vixens losing 1, losing 2, losing 3. Lots of bodies down. Bravo Company coming in hot to the Snake 50. Vixens did have some issues with their break yesterday. Always losing players off the break. So, can they come back and make some points? Snake 50 and the Wall 50, big places at the moment. Bravo Company came out very aggressive, making Vixens lose 3. A lot of paint being exchanged on the Snake side to the Snake side safe bunker. Oh no, he misread it. Bravo Company loses their Snake side 50. Vixens still have the wall up, and they also have the safe side Snake bunker throwing a lot of paint down the line there. The Snake side Coca bunker houses Bravo Company. A big slip there, almost loses his gun. That would have been a bit awkward. But he recovered well, not getting kicked out quite there, making sure that he preserves his life more than anything. Vixens have lost their wall player. I lie, the wall player is still very much there, looking on the far side of the Dorito field. Bravo Company moving a player up to Snake 2. Leopard crawling like he was born to do it. Played out. Bravo Company lose their Coke bunker on the Snake side. They still have the Snake 2 Vixens coming in aggressively, throwing down. It's a one-on-one scenario. What's going to happen? There's going to be an exchange here. Oh, great play. I just got hit by a ball through the net, but that's okay. Vixens looking like they're going to take the first point there. Well played. I also do believe that it is their first point of the tournament. After losing 3 off the break like that, they played very well to make Bravo Company pay for their mistakes. And also my mistake. No, it was Bravo Company. No mistake there. I'm proud of myself. Don't get anywhere. We're going to take a quick breather whilst they get checked, and we move into the next teams, which is Sin versus Team Hooligan. Team Hooligan will be left to right, Sin right to left.
Point approved. 30 seconds.
Careful, they're running with 4. They stepped on it.
Team Hooligan breaking left from right. They're only playing with 4 members at the moment on the field. Oh, and they lose a player straight off the break. They are playing with 4, as mentioned before. The reason for that being one of them players stepped in field whilst the other game between Vixens and Bravo Company was going on, meaning that he is then not allowed to play there. They do lose 1 off the break as well, meaning that Sin are standing firm with a gun advantage of two gun advantage, because I haven't seen anyone drop there. So it looks like a 5-3. Team Hooligan lose an extra player as well, meaning that there's only 2 alive, or maybe even 1, depending on my vision. Sin definitely in the greater field position and also the greater people advantage, so to speak. English, Adam. Not great. Sin moving a player up to that 50-yard wall. Also Snake 2. Also Snake side rocket. Oh, it might be the better option to maybe throw in the towel, or are they going to try and eat the clock? There we go. Team Hooligan lose another player. I think that should be all of them as well. Do Sin know this though? They are being very cautious moving up, not wanting to give away a life. There he goes. Runs to the buzzer.
Twenty seconds.
Very good play by Sin, taking another point there, leading 2-0. Vixens and Bravo switching side. Vixens will be right to left. Your 10-second clock starts now.
10 seconds.
Vixens breaking right to left, leading 1-0 at the moment. Will Bravo Company be able to bring a point back against them in that previous round? Sin doing very well, making Team Hooligan pay for their mistakes. Head ref Byron from start and checking a play in Snake 1 over there. Has he been cleared to play? The ref's doing a very thorough job getting around him. Calls him out. Bravo Company lose 1. Vixens have lost 1, if not 2. I've lost track. They do have a Snake 1 and a Snake side safe bunker. The ref running to the middle of the field, checking the 50 player, making sure what's happening there. Judges him. Safe to play. They carry on. Bravo Company and Vixens really communicating really well now. The amount of communication you hear on these fields, I feel truly do dictate whether they win or not as a team. Vixens still leading 1-0 at the moment. There's only about 3 minutes left. If Vixens win this point, they win completely. But if Bravo Company win, it's going to be a 1-1 draw. On that note as well, because it is Mercy 2, Sin beat Team Hooligan 2-0 completely. There isn't going to be another Sin Team Hooligan game. That's Mercy 2 for you and not Mercy 4. It did escape my knowledge. A Bravo Company player moving up all the way to Dorito 3 on the opposite side of the field. He does get shot and eliminated. Vixen still in Snake 1 in the safe side Snake bunker. Now Bravo Company putting a Snake 1 player in, almost getting shot off that break. Oh, great play. Gets called out. Bravo Company really struggling. They're moving a play on the far side to Dorito 2, Dorito 3. It does seem a 2-gun advantage at the moment. Can't quite tell how many guns on Bravo Company's team. Vixen's communicating well, moving someone up to the Coke side can, on the Dorito side can bunker. Remember, Bravo Company do have a Dorito player. A nice 50 cut across. We are going to get shot again in the booth. This isn't fun. My job is hazardous. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It does seem that there was an infraction of some sort on Vixen's side. Calling another. Yeah. From leading 2-1. From having a 2-gun advantage, Bravo Company has to hit the buzzer. And now go get the point. They will be checked. There's only 1:46 left, and it ties the game up. Vixens 1, Bravo Company 1. This is turning into a hotbed. A very tight game between the two of them. Let's see what happens. Vixens, a Free State team, an all-ladies team. It's very cool to see that kind of involvement and making sure that they represent proudly. Remember, Sin losing, sorry, not losing, winning.
Point approved. 2 minutes.
Winning 2-0 against Team Hooligan. Someone just stepped on my toe. That's okay though. Vixens and Bravo Company will have to focus to bring this last point home. What is the best way forward? What is going to be the tactical changes? Are they going to be very aggressive hang back? Vixens might be kicking themselves. It did look like they had the advantage that was thrown away. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick breather and we'll be back in about a minute or so. Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. My name is Adam Zawada. We are in a bit of a breather here. Vixens versus Bravo Company, Division 4.
20 seconds.
There is a minute 44 seconds and a timeout has been called by Vixens. Have called it. They really want to make sure to take this point. They did get a yellow card infraction on the previous round, throwing away a 2-to-1 gun advantage. We're not going to talk your ear off completely, so we will take our time again and come back after that.
1 minute.
After that timeout doesn't interrupt me.
Seconds.
Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. Vixens versus Bravo Company. 1 minute 44. It's a 1-1 draw in Division 4. Let's see what
10
happens.
seconds.
Vixens breaking left to right, Bravo Company right to left. Vixens not losing anyone off the break, which is quite interesting. Normally they've been having big issues off their break, losing 2, sometimes 3 players off the break. They do lose their aggressive player who went to the 50 wall. Bravo Company not losing a player just yet though. You forget how quickly these rounds go. I thought the time would be done by now, but still a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock there. Vixens playing very defensively. Bravo Company not moving up aggressively or not. A lot of paint being thrown down the snake side though. Vixens moves up into snake 1. What a shot there, getting down on her knees. Throwing a lot of paint down to control Bravo Company. Company players moves the player up to the 50 wall as well. And now on the far Dorito side. Dorito 2, Dorito 3.
60 seconds.
There you hear 60 seconds. What's going to happen here? I'm not sure of the gun count at the moment. A hell of a lot of paint being thrown around. If you can't hear that, wow. Bravo Company still, snake 1. Player out on the 50, called out. No, not on the 50, sorry, on the Dorito 3 on the far side. It seems that the balance has swayed back in Vixen's favor. The communication on Vixen's side, very good. We have 35 seconds left on the clock. We might have an extra overtime. I love overtime. It makes me so excited. Head coach Byron van Staden running up to check a Vixen's player, making sure clears her to play. No call on her yet. No flags either. No flags either. Cleared to play. 17 seconds. It looks like it's going to go into overtime. Vixen moves up into snake 2. Sorry. They've also got to play on that far side, Dorito side bunker. The Bravo Company 57. 6 seconds. I'm so happy we're getting an overtime. Still 1-1. Game time finished. Still 1-1. Still
No point. Overtime. 2 minutes.
Yes, a 2-minute breather. We're going to also take a breather as these teams get prepped. Vixen doing very well to come back. Can they take the points home? Bravo Company needing to step up here to make sure something happens there. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
30 seconds.
They're holding their
Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. Sorry to interrupt you there, Byron, my fault. Moving on though, it is a 1-1 draw overtime with Bravo Company and
20
Vixens.
seconds.
20 seconds. This is a big game here. Can Vixens bring it out? Will Bravo Company take the point? Your 10-second counter should be in soon. Vixens left to right. Bravo Company right to left.
10 seconds.
There's your start. Vixens coming up off the break. Do they lose anyone off the break? No, they haven't. They've lost one from the bunker side. Bravo Company playing more defensively. Remember, it is overtime. 5 minutes. If you win this round, you win this point. A referee on the far side checking that player there, clearing the Bravo Company player to play. Vixens playing much more defensively. Can they keep their heads? Bravo Company moving up all the way to the 50, and he gets caught out on the 50. Wait. He checks, he's ow. Bravo Company loses that. Vixen has someone up at the 50-yard wall, throwing a lot of paint down the line, moving a player into Snake 1 as well. That 50 wall, a big play at the moment. A lot of players liking that. Bravo Company loses a man on the far side. A flag as well in against Bravo Company. I'm not sure what color it is, but they lose one, they lose two. Was it a yellow or a red? I'm not sure. But Vixens now very much with the upper advantage in this overtime, throwing a lot of paint and running up. Well done, Vixens. Bravo Company losing their experience, losing it to a flag, to an infraction. You can hear the crowd going absolutely mad in the background. Well done, Vixens. A great point to win there. That's our second overtime of the day. Making sure that she's clean. They don't want a dead player to get on that buzzer now. Oh, I love overtime. It's so much. There's the point. The refs will go over, check if she's live, and the chrono. Oh, I love overtime. It never gets old. I'm going to take a breather. We're going to wait for the point confirmation. Your next teams are Vikings versus Dirt Crew. Well done, Vixens. The ladies take their points. Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. We are in Division 4. Your next teams is Vikings versus Dirt Crew, Endurance versus XO Project. Vikings will be left to right in the light blue, and Dirt Crew in also a darker blue. So this is going to be a fun thing to commentate. Head ref Byron van Staden is going to be kicking us off any second now. Don't go anywhere. This is the place to be. There's your break. Vikings coming out very aggressive. So does Dirt Crew into Snake 1. Vikings puts 2 up on the wall. No argument. No one lost off the break. Dirt Crew, Snake 2. Vikings 2 on the wall. They have the 2 men at the far bunkers. Both the can and the Dorito side rocket. Much aggression out here. How no one got hit, I do not know. There is more. So much paint on the field at the moment, and yet no one seems to have dropped from either side. A bit of a lull now, not as aggressive as they were beforehand. This Div 4 game really hotting up here. Remember, we are playing Mercy 2. You only have to win by 2 points. Still nobody's down at the moment. Lots of communication coming out on the Dirt Crew side, which is always a positive thing to hear. Now even Vikings talking beautifully. They still have the 2 men on the wall. One left, one right. A ref runs in on the Dorito 3 to check a Vikings player. Make sure. Oh, a big play by the Dirt Crew Snake 50. Yellow flag on the Viking side. He's out, pulls another off. There is a huge gun advantage. Snake 2 getting involved here. I'm going to get shot with a paintball here if I'm not careful. The Snake 2 on Dirt Crew going square. He wants that wall player. The wall player knows where he is. This is going to be a nice exchange depending if they see each other. Nothing there yet. Oh! I don't even know how to explain this. The Dirt Crew player on the Snake 50 getting popped, and then the Vikings and Dirt Crew player getting popped at the wall. Byron van Staden running in, calling another Viking player out there. Wow, so much happened so quickly. Dirt Crew still have 2 alive at their back bunkers. I cannot see how many Vikings players are alive, if any. But even if they are alive, Dirt Crew running around the far Dorito side to double check. Yes, they're going to run and grab their first point of the day. That yellow flag clearly being an issue for the Vikings. I'm not quite sure what he was called on. I'm assuming it was for playing on after he was shot. Vikings losing 2 players like that never helps your team progress whatsoever. You have to have the experience to not do that.
Point approved. 30 seconds.
Point approved. Dirt Crew winning 1-0. Your next teams are Endurance and XO Project. Apologies.
20 seconds.
XO Project will be playing right to left. That Dirt Crew taking the previous point there. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
10 seconds.
Endurance breaking left to right in the dark colors, as is XO Project. Not much of the same kit to tell them apart here. So if they do swap sides, I might get a little bit confused, pre-warned. No one dropping off the break so far. Really good breaks, really positive by both sides. Not seeing any players drop there. XO Project got that Dorito 1 lane locked down at the moment. Really tucking away players there. Endurance, they have the temple. Byron van Staden running in to check a player now to see what the call is. He's checking him quite thoroughly. Clear to play. Endurance can carry on. A lot of paint off the break as usual, but it just seems to be getting more and more and more. That temple player for Endurance laying down absurd amounts of paint on the Dorito and Snake side to make sure they keep that XO Project down. A referee runs in on the Endurance player to check the play, see if he's clear to play. Clears him to play. He carries on playing. It does look like a 4-on-4 play at the moment. I'm not keeping up with deaths at the moment. It's happening very slowly and very strategically defensive by both teams here. Endurance temple runner finally moving up to that far side Dorito rocket. Dorito 2 or 3 in use at the moment by the XO Project player on the far side. They do drop a player there. I see him running around the back and out of bounds. Ref Byron from start and checking another player on the far bunker and having a look there. Endurance loses another player. This round is really playing on, to be dead honest. They're going now, just to a 2-minute mark played. So they have 4 minutes left. A lot of paint being thrown down there. Endurance losing another player there. Whilst Exo Project do seem to have a 2-to-1 or a 2-to-2 gun advantage, depending if I can spot the second player. Endurance do lose a far Dorito man, so it does look, yes, it is a 2-2. They have a Temple player in the safe side snake bunker. And I can see 2 players for Exo Project, not knowing where the other players are in Snake 2 and the Snake Side Rocket bunker. Communicating, trying to figure out who's who and where's where. There doesn't seem to be a Dorito side player whatsoever. The Temple player for Endurance checking that lane. He's turned back to the Snake side. Very defensive at the moment, this 2v2. No one moving up whatsoever. It isn't a 2v2, I apologize. Exo Project do have a man on the far Dorito side, but Endurance moving a play up into Snake 2, and they lose their Temple player, so they have 3v1 advantage to Exo Project at the moment by the looks of things. And player out. Endurance loses their last player. Exo Project running up, making sure everyone's out, getting checked by Byron from start. And on the far Dorito side, the Exo man is running, taking his time. He stopped the run. He's walking up slowly, and he's going to hit that buzzer. Dirt Crew breaking left to right and Vikings right to left, both in blue. Vikings loses a player off the break. So does Dirt Crew, another one off the break. Lots of paint being exchanged. Dirt Crew leading 1-0. Remember that if they win this round, they beat the Vikings 2-0, and on Mercy 2, that's more than enough. Dirt Crew lose a far Dorito player. Vikings moving up. They do have a player on that 50 wall at the moment, and then they lose a player as they move it up. So it looks 2 or 3 players left on the Vikings, whilst Dirt Crew have the far Dorito player. And then the Snake 1 bunker. Vikings lose their middle center player in Dirt Crew. Snake 1 moving up. I'm not sure how many Vikings players are left. They might be done. They are. Would you look at that? That means Dirt Crew goes up. Once they hit the buzzer, they will win 2-0. Obviously after being checked respectively as well. That then means that Endurance and Exo Project will duke it out, with Exo Project having a 1-0 lead. They are a bit time constrained at the moment because Exo Project only have about 2 minutes 40. Endurance having 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Starting with 4.
Starting with 4. Oh, problems here. Right in front of us.
Point of food. 30 seconds.
Ref Byron van Staden has relegated a player to start with 4.
20 seconds.
It is a swap side scenario, so Endurance will be playing right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 4 players, unfortunately.
10 seconds.
Exo Project breaking left to right with Endurance right to left. Endurance starting with 4. They had a player who went on the field too early. They might feel that lack of that extra man. How will Endurance do this? Remember, Endurance is 1 down to XO Project. XO Project playing left to right. They do lose a player down. I can see 4 on Endurance's side. I like 3. They might have a 4th player in the corner that I can't see, but 3 definitely alive on Endurance. XO Project, I can count 1, 2. Can't spot a 3rd at the moment for XO Project. Will Endurance be very defensive or move up? Remember, XO Project does have the lead 1-0. So if they eat away at the 2 minutes time, they will win. That's a Snake 1 player there for Endurance. Nice little lighty there. Very good play. He played very well yesterday, actually, coming to think about it, where he won a 1-on-1 for Endurance to win their game. Must definitely find out his name. Definitely a player to watch in the future as well. Here is an XO Project player moving up to Snake 50. Snake 50, this is going to be interesting. They also have the Dorito 3 involved. Endurance loses a far man. It looks like a 2v2. A big exchange going on here. Oh, hit. The hit is on the Endurance player. XO Project is clean. He is busy getting checked by Byron from start and cleared to play. So it looks like it might be a 1-on-1 scenario. The XO Factor Project running. It's not sure how many Endurance players are left. He's being very careful, ambling up, frankly. And it looks like that
60 seconds.
60 seconds left, but it does look like that Endurance are missing that extra man. That's a silly way to lose a player, to be honest. They must be getting so annoyed. But a good call by Byron from start, and he saw it. He called it, and that's how it works. Unfortunately, those are the rules. The buzzer's still not being hit yet. The time is running down to 40 seconds. There we go. I spoke too soon. He will be checked, and if that point is approved, XO Project will win 2-0. A nice little whitewash there of Endurance. Endurance a bit unlucky, but no one said sports was fair.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Loud down, boss. Can't catch me, I'm moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let me know who you are. Line up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star.
Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. My name is Adam Zawada. We are on day 2 of the tournament today. We are in the Division 4 games at the moment. Your next game is Sin versus Working Class Heroes, and then Double Tap versus Bravo Company. Bravo Company playing earlier against the Vixens, struggling a little bit. There was an overtime game, losing 2-1, so Bravo Company will definitely want to come back. Double Tap, their first game of the day. They did play quite decently yesterday though. Sin also playing a game earlier against Team Hooligan, winning that 2-0. So, lots happening. Division 4. The head ref, Byron van Staden, is reaching with an iron law. He is stronger than the Iron Curtain that went through Germany. Gotta love it though. I personally agree it's the way to go. You know, once you start making allowances for issues. The teams are playing really well at the moment. We have to give props where props is due. I'm having a hell of a lot of fun out here. Not a cloud in the sky at Emerald Resort and Casino. A beautiful day to play paintball. A nice crowd building up on this Saturday. A lot of fun things to do. A lot of fun things to see. Make sure to join us. If you can't join us, tell your friends, tell your family. Google us. You'll know where to find us. The Emerald Resort and Casino. Again, my name is Adam Zawada. I'm with you for the rest of the day and into Sunday, barring any major accidents. But for right now, we're going to take a breather until Sin and Working Class Heroes take the field. Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. Our teams coming up is Sin and Working Class Heroes. Working Class Heroes going right to left and Sin left to right. Sin winning their first game. Working Class Heroes' first game of the day. Head ref Byron van Staden is going to be kicking off the 10-second countdown anytime now, so don't go anywhere. And remember, Super Cup 2017.
10 seconds.
A break there. Working Class Heroes, you have to love those jerseys. It actually looks like they're wearing suits. Loses one straight off the break. A referee runs in to check a player. Let's see what his call is. Let's see what his call is. No call, free to play. Sin asking for a check there by Byron van Staden. Checked, he's been hit, he's out. Sin lose a player as well. Back to those working class heroes. I love their jerseys. It literally looks like they're wearing suits. Yesterday when I saw it for the first time, I was absolutely bamboozled. I thought these Oaks were hard as nails coming in here playing as suits, making way too much money. But once I did get close, I saw it was a proper paintball jersey, so I won't make that mistake again. A lot of paint being exchanged on that Dorito side. 3 position by the working class hero player. Sin moving up to Dorito 3 or 4. I can't really tell with the bunkers at the moment. Sin also having that back temple and the snake side coke bunker covered, throwing a lot of paint down to working class heroes. I'm assuming there is someone in the snake side safety bunker on working class heroes. I just can't actually tell because of my angle. I do see that Sin has thrown a player into the safety side snake bunker, but have lost their back temple. What is going to happen now? I don't know who is alive and who isn't, to be dead honest here. This is their first game of Division 4 today, meaning that the first point here is very important because it enables the whitewash due to the Mercy 2 rules. A bit of a lull now, not much paint being exchanged across the field. A Sin player running all the way around the back, a big exchange, he gets taken out. A ref running in, running across the map, calling out a player. There seems to be an infraction, a yellow flag. I'm not sure for what they're probably playing on. I'm not sure exactly what for, which means Sin loses their far Dorito player as well, meaning only 1 alive there. Working class heroes, I know there's one in the safety side, snake bunker. Sin moving all the way across to the Dorito 1, trying to open up the field on a 45 angle there. Yes, as you can see, I finally looked at the screen. That would have helped smooth, Adam, that you can see the safety side snake bunker there for a second on the working class hero. Sin moving up to the 50-50 wall. Byron watching him like a hawk, making sure that there's no foul play here. Oh, and working class heroes gets taken out. Sin ambling up. It was a long round of about 2 minutes 30. He's going to amble up and hit that point. Once they get checked and the point is confirmed, we'll be right back.
Twenty seconds.
Point approved, meaning Sin go 1 up with still about over 3 minutes on the clock. Your next team is going to be Double Tap versus Bravo Company. Double Tap left to right.
10 seconds.
Double Tap in the blue and red. Bravo Company in a mixed assortments of jerseys. Not going for a color code. Look there. A lot of paint being thrown down the range. There's some pod runner who almost just got annihilated. He must clearly be a bit quicker because next time he is going to be hurt running down the back line like that. There's a snake 1 for Bravo Company and for Double Tap at the moment. Bravo Company throwing a player up to the 50 wall. All the referees watching like hawks. The only other people who are watching more like hawks at the moment is the photographers, making sure they don't get involved in the wrong lanes because they don't want to hurt their precious cameras, of course. It's a lot of money to waste for a paintball if it breaks. Great communication coming out from Double Tap. They're making sure they really do speak well. Bravo Company running up the middle. Oh, he gets taken out. Way too ballsy there. He did manage to take a player out with him. So I guess it's a fair exchange, but very aggressive, running into a hailstorm of fire. He must be hurting. The muscles must have locked up, immediately regretting that decision. Bravo Company still have the snake 1. Double Tap moves 1 from the safe side snake bunker into snake 1 and then 2 respectively. Double Tap 3 on the map that I can tell at the moment. Make that 4 with a Dorito 1 player. Bravo Company, I can see 2. I'm aware of 3 as far as I can tell. A lot of paint being exchanged on the snake side. Very interesting approach to it. A bit more calm, a bit of a lull. Double Tap have lost their far side bunker man, not their Dorito man, so it looks like a 3-3 exchange at the moment. Never mind, Bravo Company lose a play on the far Dorito side. It looks like a 3-2 advantage to Double Tap. Refs circling like hawks, checking a player. Is giving away a position technically though. Oh, a big exchange of fire. Nothing came from it though. No loss, no loss. Big hit, big hit. No one out here on the snake side, 1 and 2. Ah, there we go. Double tap, loses a player. Not double tap, sorry. Bravo Company, double tap, ambling up to take the point there. Well played defensively. We can't take that away from them. It looks like double tap is going to take the first point, 1-0. First, of course, that point does have to be confirmed. I'm not going to lie, there's a ballsy cameraman here who is literally just wearing a t-shirt. And I can see there's a lot of paint on him, so he's wearing some hits. Clearly the weather bothering him, he doesn't want to be too hot. But ballsy, to say the least. Towel thrown in.
Point approved. 30 seconds.
Point approved. Double tap, take the first point. Sin, they're going to be switching, English, Adam, switching sides. They will be coming to your right, left.
20 seconds.
Meaning that Working Class Heroes coming left to right. Working Class Heroes had a very good run yesterday, but 1-0 down to Sin. Can they come back?
10 seconds.
Big break out. Oh, Working Class Heroes straight to the snake side bunker. Sin throwing someone up at the 50. I'm not seeing anyone off the break. As I say, it Sin loses their wall player and another player. That's 3-5 at the moment. A play on Working Class Heroes getting checked. Called out. No. Retracted. Not called out. Not called out. He's still allowed to play. It still looks like a 5-3 advantage. I'm not seeing any Working Class Heroes going down. Will they bring this up? There's 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. If this pans out, we could have another overtime. I love overtime. It makes me very biased as a commentator. I just love the excitement from it. A bit of a lull, not much paint being exchanged. Working Class Hero having the back temple and snake 1 position. Sin having that Dorito temple bunker and he gets knocked out. Not sure how many Sin players are left at the moment. It does look that there is a safe side snake bunker on Sin side. I can't see the Doritos from my position, so not 100% sure. A lot of bullets being flung down the Dorito side, so it does seem that there is a player there. Working Class Heroes working up to snake 1, snake 2. Is that a Sin player? Wow, that confused me. Sin player working back. Still no. Working Class Heroes went and touched the buzzer, drawing it out 1-1 with 2 minutes left. After this confirmation, they're going to be in business. Your next teams are Double Tap and Bravo. Switch sides, so Bravo should be going left to right. A lot of paint. A lot of paint being thrown down. There's a 50 wall runner there for. Oh, called out with a flag. Make that a red flag. A big red flag call at the moment. Wow. This is not great. Really not great on the Bravo Company side, meaning that Double Tap can literally just walk up, 5 alive, walk up, touch that buzzer. They're going to win that 2-0. A big red card, red flag infringement on Bravo Company, meaning that they're going to lose that 2-0. Game finished, double tap winning that game 2-0. It is now a Sin and Working Class Hero matchup. 1-1 apiece. Only 2 minutes left on the clock. Let's see what happens. Working Class Heroes coming right to left, Sin left to right, losing one off the break very quickly. 1-1 draw. Will they push for the overtime or not? This is going to be a very interesting game to see how this pans out. So far, not huge amounts of depth at the moment, so we'll have to see what's up here. Byron from Starden watching the field like a hawk. The previous game getting a red flag infringement, one of the bigger issues we've had today. I will have to find out from him what that was about after this game between Sin and Working Class Heroes. 1 minute 20 seconds on the clock. I can't really keep a body count up for you. There's so much paint going around and the refs are just running in, running out. It's absolute chaos to be frankly. Player out. Is there a flag? Yellow card, yellow flag. I keep thinking cards. That means Sin loses 2 players right there, meaning Working Class Heroes, if they rush, they can still get that point with 1 minute left to spare. Sin is going to have to be very careful. They need to try play for the draw
60
here.
seconds.
It will work to Sin's advantage, frankly, to actually have the draw and push it into overtime. 50 seconds left. There is a Sin player alive at the safe side snake bunker.
Towel. Point approved. 2 minutes.
Working Class Hero throws in the towel, meaning Sin go 2-1 up, but 47 seconds left. Clearly using a different tactic to see what can happen there.
Twenty seconds. Timeout.
Timeout call. The timeout was called by Working Class Heroes. We'll be right back after they sort out their tactics. They really just want to slow down before they get too involved. We're also going to find out from Ref Byron van Staden later what happened with that red flag infringement that we saw earlier between
1 minute
and Bravo.
Twenty seconds.
Now this is a tight game. Sin leading 2-0 to Working Class Heroes with only 47 seconds on the clock. Working Class Heroes will want to come out hot.
10 seconds.
Sin breaking right to left, Working Class Heroes left to right. Can't see if anyone's been dropped off the break yet, but Working Class Heroes are going to have to be very aggressive here, to be honest. They're going to have to move up and try and eliminate Sin in the next 30 seconds. Player out, player cleared. Working Class Hero loses one, they move a player into Snake 2. They are being very aggressive, but there's not enough time, frankly. 20 seconds left. Sin is playing very defensive, holding well. They know they want this point. They know they can take it. That Dorito 3 is seeing so much pain, frankly. It is ridiculous on the far side of the map. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Working Class Hero loses a man. There's just not enough time. Working Class Hero loses 2-1.
Game finished.
Game. Am I off?
seconds.
There is your break. KCK playing left to right against the Vikings. This aggression is huge. Losing one, losing two teams respectively. This is a lot of aggression by both teams. Viking will be wanting to catch up after losing their earlier game. KCK, first match of the day. A bit of a younger team out there, but they show some good speed, some good skill, and a hell of a lot of raw talent. So let's see if they can make sure to bring it home. We sincerely hope that KCK did well in this round, because they did do well yesterday. Sorry, my vowels needed a bit of work there. I apologize. Vikings coming up, trying to go for an exchange, losing that poorly though to KCK. The ref making a call there, having a look. Vikings seems to be some confusion there. There we go. I'm not sure who's winning that point. KCK went on to take that point, but there seems to be a discussion between the umpires. We'll let you know the second we know. Ref Byron van Staden having a word there with a Vikings player and another referee. There seems to be some confusion that they just want to make sure. One referee checking the KCK player. Byron van Staden will fill us in there once we know what's going on as much as anything. Does seem a bit of confusion involved there.
Point approved. 30 seconds.
Point approved to KCK. Vikings going down one there. This now means that Vixens will be taking on Endurance. Let's see what
20
they can do.
seconds.
A lot of paint being exchanged here. Endurance playing a player up to the 50 here. Vixens communicating beautifully. I am constantly hearing those voices, and it is good to hear that communication. Endurance losing a 50 player. Vixens losing an aggressive play there. There is a check on the snake too for Endurance. Vixen, the amount of paint this girl is throwing down this lane is absolutely awe-inspiring, and gets the snapshot kill on Endurance. Very good stuff. What a play by the Vixen player right here in the snake corner that you'll see right on the corner of your screen. That is an Endurance player at the temple hold there, holding their back, trying to play defensively and not give away that point. Again, Vixen throwing a lot of paint down temple. They've also got a Dorito 3 player. This is the time for them to be aggressive. It looks Endurance does have a Dorito 1 player as well, so the balance seems like a 2-2. Vixen's definitely playing much better than yesterday. I'm being killed in the commentary box. That was hurtful. So sore. A lot of paint being thrown into the commentary box here. My new color is yellow. There, Vixen's another kill on Dorito 1. This is a great play by Elizabeth. I can't quite see her surname. Playing beautifully, and then now she's been leaving out on the field on the side, meaning that leaves the other Vixen player free to go hit the buzz. And this was a great play by Elizabeth here on the snake side. I think 2 to 3 kills herself personally. There's the buzz. Just frankly doing a great job there. Point approved to the Vixens. They are playing much better than yesterday.
20 seconds.
Tactically, they just seem on the ball. Vikings now going to be attacking left to right, KCK right to left. KCK with a 1-0 lead. There was a huge controversy
10
earlier.
seconds.
There's your buzzer. There's your buzzer. Vikings moving forward. Very aggressive. Two straight to the 50. Tries a little pop shot over the wall to the KCK player. This is really, really hotting up here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of interesting communication, a lot of paintball happening. KCK playing very well at the moment, not being sucked into the aggressive mood by the Vikings, and still holding firm. They have lost one, I think, but so have the Vikings. Vikings still have 2 players on the wall there. There's going to be a big exchange, and he picks off both. What a play! Who is that? Kurt from KCK. A double tap there on the Viking side. Vikings now lose 3-4. 1 man alive for Vikings. KCK 1-2 that I can see off the top of the grid there. Grid being a field. Very close. KCK should be wrapping up. That was a great play by Kurt. Wow. And I only know his name is Kurt from the back of his shirt. He double tapped the 50-yard, making sure of 2 kills. He did brilliantly well to do that. That was a very good individual performance, but it must be said KCK themselves handled Vikings' aggression very well. Vikings clearly coming out to try and force the matter, so to speak, through the aggression. And the commentary box is getting peppered again. And another kill for KCK. I can't see the boy's name who did that. It's spelled C-U-A-N, so I'm not even going to try say that name. Quan. Kewen. I thought that was spelled with a K. Vikings trying to go in very aggressive there, and KCK showing them what's what. Very well played by Kurt, and a great kill by Kewen right at the end.
Seconds.
Vixens breaking right to left against Endurance. Vixens leading 1-0 at the moment. Let's see if they can finish this point. Again, not losing a single player off the break. This was their problem yesterday, and they seem to have fixed it. And it is just showing in their points, the way they're playing strategically. Not losing players off the break. So important for the Vixen team. Endurance going to be very annoyed that they're 1 down at the moment. They will want to come back. Still about 3 minutes left to be played, so let's see what happens. If Endurance come back, we could be looking at overtime. And we all know how Adams or what it feels about overtime. Vixen drops a player high on the Dorito 3 side. It's very interesting though that Endurance is playing a bit more defensively, and it's Vixens taking the game to Endurance. I am loving the tenacity here by the Vixen team. Endurance, a lot of paint being thrown out, but not many kills from it. Endurance losing one of their players. Vixen losing one of their wall players, but replaced with another. A Vixen girl runs into Snake 2. And this is a big aggressive play by Endurance. A big exchange by a Vixen girl on Dorito 1. He's come all the way. He's going to snapshot the wall. He snapshots the wall. He's going to be... There we go. Well done, Endurance. That was a great run round the back to snap that point up. Vixens were very unlucky. That Dorito 1 player, unfortunately, not having the best defense to control it. But once Endurance opened up that Dorito side, they ran through the Vixens. That means it is a drawn game of 1-1 a pop once it is confirmed, with 2 minutes 40 to go again. We're going to take a quick breather. There should be a 2-minute break now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to Super Cup 2017. Vikings. Sorry, not Viking. Vixens.
20 seconds.
1-1 draw with Endurance. They did very well their first round. Very unlucky with Endurance. Endurance is right to left. Vixens left to right. 2 minutes 48. Tied game.
10 seconds.
A big break by Endurance, but a big break to a defensive position. Vixens being a bit slower on their attack this time, playing more defensively. Loses one off the break and a yellow flag on Vixens. No, this is not what they want. They lose 2 players because of this. This is not what Vixens wanted in a tied match. There is 2 minutes 30 left. Remember, Mercy 2, they have to win by 2, so losing this round does not mean they are good and out of it. A Snake player here at Snake 2 for the Vixens. Endurance must have seen that yellow flag, so if they kept their body count, they'll know they have the gun advantage at the moment. I can't see any of these Endurance players. I know there's 2 to 3 alive at the moment, maybe 4. Dorito play there being involved. Safe side Snake bunker involved as well for Endurance. A lot of paint being thrown down the Snake side. I can't tell if this was Elizabeth who had a brilliant round for the first point for Vixens, where she almost single-handedly won that round for their team, just on the Snake side. Vixens communication on the Snake side, very good. Obviously, I can't tell if the communication by Endurance on the Dorito side is as good, because I just can't hear that well. It's very far away as well. Not much exchanges happening at the moment. Not a lot of paint being thrown around. Time is wasting. Vixens need to decide if they're going to stack the point or step up here. Endurance loses a man on Dorito 1. Vixen, coming from a disadvantage, might have just balanced this game out. I can see on the screen an Endurance player. I can't tell which bunker he's at the moment. That looks all the way on the Dorito safe side. On your screen now is the Vixen girl at Snake 2 on the near side. Endurance loses another player. Who's left? They've got the Snake side safe bunker as far as I can tell. 60 seconds left. Vixens coming down from a disadvantage. They've got the Dorito 3. They need to move up. They need to move up right now. They've just shouted that to each other. Vixen moving on the far Dorito side bunker. They've also got the Snake 2 position here. What is going on? Towel thrown in. Endurance understanding that they need some time to try and come
2
back.
minutes.
Well done, Vixens, coming from a yellow flag and coming back to win that round. Well played, Vixens. That was a great round, coming down from a 2-player loss on the yellow flag.
seconds.
There we go. Vixens leading 2-1, 41 seconds on the clock. They did really well to come back with that point. There was a yellow flag infringement,
20 seconds.
meaning they lost 2 players and still came back to Endurance. Endurance then throwing in the towel to try and give themselves some time to come back to draw it and push it into overtime.
10 seconds.
Vixens breaking right to left, off the break. What have they lost? Have they lost? Endurance losing 1 straight off the bat. Vixens losing their straight runner as well. It's a 4-4 duke up at the moment. This is a very tight game. Remember, time is going 30 seconds. Endurance really have to get involved here. If they don't, they have to get aggressive. They lose another player, Snake 1. Vixens going to save. Oh, Endurance on the far arena side loses another player. Their aggression is there. 20 seconds left. Player called on Vixen's side. What can Endurance do? They have the 50-yard. And now Dorito 2 moving up, 14 seconds, close to 10 seconds. Player move, player called on Endurance. They don't have the players left. Vixen still throwing down paint. Endurance is locked down. It looks like Vixen is going to take it. Unfortunately, no overtime, but well done, Vixen.
Game finished.
Well done, Vixens. Great game. That was just very well played, well strategically thought. They really dug deep. Endurance a bit unlucky not to do it. They did try and strategically get the time back, but a good point by Vixens. Endurance playing earlier today and winning against XO Project, so they might be a little hard done by thinking they should have won that game, but Vixens coming out on top. Just wait. Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. I have head referee, his radio going off in the background, not a problem. Byron Fun started here. So Byron, we saw some big infringements happening recently now. We saw a red flag. Can you please explain what happened with the red flag in the earlier game?
Yeah, basically there was a obvious shot on the wrist. There was a look straight at me. He got called. He carried on. I assessed the major. He was still going. Changed it to a gross major. Was the last point, so fortunate for them, they didn't have to set a player out. But yeah, unfortunately, it is how it goes.
Very good, very good. Then we also saw there was a bit of controversy earlier. There was a yellow called on the Vikings team, and then a Vikings player came and spoke to you. No, I lied. There was a yellow. A Vikings player had no issues with it, and then in the second point, a Vikings player came and spoke to you. Can you tell me what happened?
They were basically querying a shot that he got on the run. He did, in essence, look like he was playing on, but with the motion of the game and how he was moving, it doesn't really go that way. So we did speak to them and explain. So we just cleared it up with them. They were a bit uncertain why they got it. We just explained it as is. Yeah.
Okay, so no hard feelings there. They were just wanting to clarify.
Everybody understands. They're all cool. They just need an explanation, and then they're happy with it.
Very good. So Byron, the Division 4 teams, how these games have been hotting up, eh?
Yeah, there's been a couple of close ones. A lot of ones that teams have come from behind. A lot of guys who've just thrown away points, and yeah, I think the penalties are getting the guys. It's for silly things, and it's costing them.
Can't buy experience, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
How are you guys handling the weather, your other referees and so on?
It's hot, it's humid, we're doing it. We got to do a job. We're doing it.
Definitely.
Get it
That
done.
is head referee Brian van Staden rocking it there. Thank you for coming down and giving us the time. He is doing a great work out there, making sure those flags stay high and dry. But don't go anywhere, Super Cup. Our next Super Cup 2017, our next set of games are, if I look at the schedule, Team Hooligan versus Dirt Crew and Sabre versus XO Project is your next set of games. Very good. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Super Cup 2017. My name is Adam Zawada. We are still in the middle of the Division 4 games. We're reaching towards the end of the sets until we go to the Champs Div 2, which is obviously a much faster paced thing, which is going to be a lot of fun to watch, if not to commentate on, because it is a bit fast. Currently, though, we have Team Hooligan and Dirt Crew. Dirt Crew is going to be playing right to left and Hooligan from left to right. Ref Byron van Staden is going to start the game any second now.
10 seconds.
A big break out there by both teams. Team Hooligan very aggressive, throwing someone up at the wall in that 50 mark. Dirt Crew have Dorito ones, some back bunkers, playing it safe and defensive. I haven't seen anyone drop on either side yet, so this is getting very interesting. A ref running in on the far Dorito side bunker to check a player, cleared as safe. They're carrying on through. Here is a Dirt Crew player running into Snake 1. A lot of movement. Team Hooligan commenting, that's my job, sorry. Team Hooligan communicating beautifully well, making sure everyone knows where they are. We do have two respective players on Snake 2 position. This is going to get hot very quickly. Giving away his position. Is he going to be able to get some kills? Dirt Crew lose a player at their far side bunker. Yet to see a Team Hooligan second player go down. They did lose their first guy on the wall. No, he's still there. Would you look at that? That is a great shot that you can see there on the Dirt Crew player. No, Team Hooligan player. These guys really need to fix their shirts. It's really annoying. Oh, a bounce, no pop. We even heard the hit on the Team Hooligan player here at Snake 2, but it was a bounce, no pop on him. Dirt Crew player Snake 2, there's going to be some energy, there's going to be an exchange coming soon if we're lucky. A referee on the Dorito side goes to check a player, but is clear. Dirt Crew wins it here in the Snake. A good move up onto the 50. He did take out that Team Hooligan player there. I can't read his name, so I'm not sure who the player is going up. But this is looking good. Team Hooligan, he's going to get that 50 player. He's going to side cut him. Bang! 2 to the back, double tap. Amazing. It was execution style there. Player out on the far side according to Byron, but I can't see where they are. Oh, bang. What a play by Dirt Crew on the Snake side, taking 3 players on his own. Someone please find me that man's name, because that was a great individual performance here on Snake. Taking 3 players himself personally. That then means that Dirt Crew should be taking the points soon once they make their way over to the buzzer. When we hear that, we'll let you know. There we go. Point approved. Dirt Crew 1-0 up. Your 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
This now means that it is Saber versus XO Project. XO Project right to left. Let's see what happens.
10 seconds.
Saber looking very strong yesterday. Today I'm looking at their stats. I'm not sure if they've played yet. I'm just looking. I don't see their previous games, but they did play very well yesterday, racking up, I think, an unbeaten run. I see their XO Project loses one off the break. I haven't seen a Saber a player go down yet. A lot of communication coming out on the Saber side. Now being aggressive, moving up to Dorito 1 from a very far bunker run. That was a huge mission there. Saber now does lose a player there. It looks like a 3v4 setup. XO Project on the Dorito 1 setup. A nice Temple player as well there. And then on the Dorito side, Rocket. On your screen now you can see the XO Project guys playing a bit more defensively. On Saber, ref runs in to check a player and does not call him. He's still safe to play. The refs being very involved here. As you can hear in the background, a lot of paint being thrown down into that snake safe side bunker. So that means there's definitely a player there. Oh, an interesting roll by Saber. He rolls a second time. Interesting tactics at best. Oh, and he takes one. Very lucky on the bounce there. I still want to talk about that roll though. We're going to call it unconventional at best, very much so. But he did manage to stay alive. It did look like he took a bounce to the foot, but no pop. Refs call him clear and let him play on. Hasn't hurt himself, which is important. In that sortie though, Saber has lost a player, but I do see 3 alive. One on the far Dorito 4 side. Can't see much there now. XO Project, I do not know where they are. They do have a Temple player and then a Snake corner as well. So will Saber push up? They've only been playing for less than 2 minutes, but this is their first round Mercy 2 games.
3 quarters of G! 3 quarters of G!
The Saber player moving up to the Snake 50. An XO Project runs up to Snake 2. We're going to have a nice little sortie here. Do they know where each other are? He stays at Snake 2, throwing down some covering fire. The XO player completely backing up, realizing to play maybe a bit of a safer defensive game here. Let's see if the experience pays off. Saber looking a bit stronger with their gun advantage and the player advantage at the moment. The field positioning does look a bit stronger at the moment, to be honest, as well. There is some Dorito action, but I honestly cannot tell you what's going on that side. XO Project, remember, played earlier against Endurance, losing 2-0, so they will want to come out here and grab some points. A bit of a thing happening at Snake now. XO Project moving up. Oh, great exchange, making sure that he doesn't lose his life. The Saber player, unfortunately, is out. That is Sean Swartz getting taken out at the 50. Now the XO player moving up. Ace, I do not have a surname. Ace moving up to go hit the buzzer. Saber struggling a bit there. They had the advantage and then lost it. A good individual performance by Ace for XO Project.
Ed. Guys, there's no camera.
Twenty seconds.
There we go. Your next set of games is going to be Team Hooligan versus Dirt Crew. Dirt Crew winning 1-0 at the moment, coming left to right. Hooli right to left.
10 seconds.
Big aggressive break by Team Hooligan. Wow, a little pod collector almost got absolutely lame, basted down the wrong lane there. These oaks really need to pay attention. They are going to get hurt. Team Hooligan with the 50 wall up. Dirt Crew losing a play on that far Dorito side. Now a Snake player. Having a look what happened there. No, he didn't get hit. He's getting checked. He wants to get checked by the ref. The ref is coming in to check him. Has a look. And he's out. That's a very nice sportsman thing to do though. Wasn't sure if he got hit. Wanted to check. Asked the ref to pull in and he did get called out. It's nice to see that. It avoids a lot of problems when Dirt Crew play very nice. Very nicely played. He walks past me. That man's name is not on his shirt, so I can't give him props where props is due. But it's nice to see that level of sportsmanship still in a very competitive game. Team Hooligans still up at the 50, playing very well, moving up. They've got a snake player now as well, and then the far side Dorito Temple bunker. Dirt Crew got the snake side Coke bunker, and I have no idea who else. I can't see that side of the field. Apologies. On our screen, you can see a very nice shot there given by our cameraman Keanu, who's now following that Team Hooli 50 player there. Lot being Snakeside safe bunker. Dirt Crew loses another player. I think that is them eliminated, but Team Hooligan aren't aware of this by the looks of it. No, there's still some things happening at Doritos. There's still a player on that far side. Or are they just laying down covering fire? Yes, still a Dorito player there. Team Hooligan moving up a lot. Wow, it's 3v1. That bunker is just being absolutely bombed at the moment. Ridiculous. Oh, big exchange that side. He manages to make it out, get the point. He wants to save the point. Gets the point, saving as much time, waiting for confirmation. We have to then see, but that was ridiculous. That must have been Napoleon going into Russia, the way that place was having problems there. But we're going to wait for confirmation and we'll be right back. Saber coming right to left from your screens, or have I completely gotten it confused? Player drops on the right hand side. Yes, the Saber player. This is hotting up. Remember, Saber on one down to Exo Project. Exo Project with a lead now. I haven't seen an Exo Project down. A player there called down on the safe side bunker, but no flag or infringement involved. Exo Project communicating a lot better than they did in their previous game when they lost to Endurance 2-0. Saber played very well, I must have mentioned it before, but they seem to be struggling to find their groove today. They look very sharp. They look like the team to beat. Base called. I'm not sure what happened here. Okay, yes. The head referee accidentally pushed a button. They're playing on, frankly. Not sure how that's going to play out, but the players are still going. We still need... I don't know, I'm hearing noises here. We are figuring out, it's a bit of a technical glitch, we're figuring it out. The teams are still playing, there's 2 minutes left. Exo Project 1-0 up. I've lost count of the body setup. Byron from Staden, our head ref today, sorting out that technical glitch and umping at the same time. It's a good thing he does have some support here with the other refs all hanging around the outside, making sure that these players play. Saber playing very defensive. I see they've got 2-3 players up on the bunkers. Dorito 1, Coke and Rocket Temple side. They're playing very defensively, but this time is not helping Saber. Exo Project at the moment in the driver's seat. How will Saber come out of this? Because if they do a point here, that's a draw. Dorito 1 on Saber side, moving up to Dorito 3. There's been a snake player here the whole time from Exo Project. The sneaky little blighter has just been very quiet, inching his way in. No one knows where he is. I missed him. He could be in some business here if we're not careful. It's a great shot on his lean there, going down the Snake Avenue. Oh, and he gets a Saber hit as well. Exo Project doing really well. Turning, there's the advantage I mentioned earlier. They're coming up. They're taking their time, wasting as much time as possible. Not rushing, they want to waste as much time as possible because they've won. No matter how, they've won the point as long as the towel gets thrown in, or they do hit the buzzer before out of time. And Saber, like I said, are going to be very annoyed at themselves. They were the team to beat. Frankly, they were the team to beat yesterday. We're going to take a quick breather. Don't worry, we'll be right back with Team Hooligan and Dirt Crew. Dirt Crew, Team Hooligan. This is going to be an interesting game to watch. Hooligan left to right. Let's see what happens. It is a draw.
10 seconds.
1 minute 39.
150, one snake. 150, one snake. Hey, this side.
Hooligan drops snake side. Dirt Crew taking their time, more defensive. Team Hooligan drops a man up straight to the 50, trying to be aggressive, open up those Dorito sides. A lot of action happening down here by Snake. Remember, it is a draw at the moment, 1-1. There's a minute 20 left to be played. We know how I feel about overtime, but I don't think it should get to that. Team Hooligan lose a player. Like I said, I don't think it should get to that. Too much pain, too much action, too much aggression, and throw so much happening. Let's see what happens. Great 60 seconds and great communication being shown by both teams here. But unless some aggression happens or some bodies start dropping, this could go into overtime. I thought it would be resolved. Byron van Staden moving up to the center half there, wall to double check a player. There's going to be a nice little snake exchange here. Oh, there we go, man down. Dirt Crew player goes down, called out. Very lucky not to get a yellow flag infringement there. A great play by the EXO Project player. Very lucky there. We could see him get hit once, twice. He stood up and about to play. Oh, Dirt Crew player at the Rocket Dorito side. Out. That means EXO Project have 19 seconds to move up. There is still a Dorito 1 player on Dirt Crew. Team Hooligan do move. They lose their wall player. 10 seconds left. This looks like it's going to be a draw. If that Dorito player can just survive the 8 seconds. Ow, I just got hit in the face by paint. 3 seconds. Player is out. 2, 1. Overtime! I get so excited. Overtime setup. We'll be right back when that happens. So an interesting change of events here. We are not in overtime. I'm a little bit disappointed about that. What happened was the Dirt Crew player got a red flag infringement in literally the last 2 seconds of that time, with the red flag infringement meaning straight point to Team Hooligan, which then means that Team Hooligan are going to win 2-1. No overtime. A bit of a big blunder there, because that was on the game, man. That really could have gone to overtime, and I'm being a little bit biased because I just like seeing overtime. But that means Team Hooligan wins 2-1. Good on them. A big action-packed round of paintball there. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be moving into our next set. Remember, Super Cup 2017. Have fun.